95 degrees in here. Got the fan behind me. Oh, no backdrop. Oh, well, I want to tell a story about my Mercedes, the diesel, the one that got broken down in Wyoming. It was, the reason it overheated was losing the one cylinder. Yeah, if you have a 6-cylinder car and you try to run it on 5 cylinders, it's going to create more heat. I bought it's a mechanical injection pump. Hey, Pat. So my overheating diesel was all about missing one cylinder, and by fixing it with the new injector line, I was able to go up a really steep hill today without overheating. So my logic is the reason it overheated on 5 cylinders was I was dumping more fuel, creating more heat to do more work with less cylinders. And that's all that extra fuel to make the car go up the hill is where the heat came from. Yeah, I was pretty nervous. It was, well, the guys who did my exhaust, they fucked up my emergency brake. The emergency brake has like the foot pedals here, there's a cable, rear wheels are here. It goes to a T-bar, one cable, T-bar, and then 2 cables to the wheels. Well, this T-bar, I think, is under the drive shaft, and I think they put a pry bar in there and fucked around to get my exhaust in the right shape. And my cars, when you're just, if you're in neutral but you're coming down from like 40 miles an hour, it's like, it's whistling and howling like you're driving with the emergency brake on. And I thought, well, I'll just drive it and I'll wear out the pads and then it'll go away. But it's still, I put 20 miles the other day and today on 120. So I put 140 miles and it's still fucking howling. So I'm gonna drive it up onto the trailer and get underneath and see what's going on. But not today or tomorrow. I got 3 6-packs. I'm gonna be drunk tonight, tomorrow morning, tomorrow evening, Tuesday morning. I'll wake up hungover. I won't be sober until Thursday. Well, Charles, it's a really fun car. You know, it looks big, but it's not as big as it looks. It's really comfortable. And my 2004 was just as comfortable. So I might go for the 2004 because it's just a better fuel economy. They made, I think, 500,000 of them. It's nice to have a comfortable car, and it's nice to have interior that's not wrecked. My interior is a 9 out of 10. Yeah, Mr. Wizard, I wish I could still drink. Last time I did. Well, I'm drinking beer from Trader Joe's. German cars, I mean, Porsche, Volkswagen, Audi, Mercedes. Like top 10 cars right there. What makes Germans special is the Autobahn. Oh yeah, BMW, I forgot that. The Autobahn forces them to make a better car. Also, the Germans have a lot of pride. My car's gorgeous, actually. I think I want the gas version. I think I want a 500. I've had a few Porsches. They're kind of, well, I haven't had a 911. But they're kind of budget quality. The Mercedes really put it on the finishing touches. They use great materials. BMW has always been struggling. They were broke in the 50s, 60s, and early 70s. They were just barely staying afloat. BMW made some good cars. The 2002, like all the cars from their 70s, 80s were pretty awesome. It's funny how the BMWs from the 70s and 80s are gone. People really bought them up. There's hardly any on the used market. I love that there's a lot of Mercedes used for peanuts, for pennies. You get so much value for nothing. Yeah, the 2002, those people, it's a cult classic. I'll show you my instrument cluster in my W140. It's gorgeous. Like, looks like you're in some kind of fighter airplane. Everything's just way laid out. What's funny is the year after, the tachometer at 4,500 RPMs is the red line, but mine doesn't have a red line. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe they discovered past 4,500 RPMs was prematurely killing the motors. I'll tell you what I thought today. I was like, what if I Frankenstein my diesel and build it into a camper? Build a, get rid of the back seats, get rid of the trunk, get rid of the rear window. I mean, do real fabrication and turn it in, make it look like a truck with a camper. An S-Class camper. My car is really gutless. Ooh, I was going to take some food out. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. I realize I just produce ideas without, I don't produce results. I'm just barely staying alive. I gotta go get another beer, and I gotta take some meat out of the freezer. I'll be right back. It's 95 degrees. was 20. Was $8, $7.50 a pound. After discount, $4.90 a pound. So I'm eating steak at the price of hamburger. Yeah, dog burrito on hold. I really wanted to move over to my friend Lisa's house, but I got my own problems. Michigas troubles. Yiddish for troubles. Huh. This is going to be about an hour, so don't expect a lot out of me. Ugh. Got some more red wine vinegar. Oh, this stuff is delicious. It's for my salads. Huh. Whoa! Thank you, Charles. Okay, I'll look it up, Charles, right now. You know, it's probably what, the Nissan Skyline kind of competitor? Well, that's true, Pat. I'm definitely Robinson Crusoe when it comes to fixing cars. Oh, another huge bummer today. I pull out a Smart and Final, where I got this in some salad fixing, and I go to give it fuel, and my throttle cable appeared to be broken. I'm like, oh shit! I just pulled out into traffic, so I'm at the side going slow. My motor, it's idling, but I'm going like half a mile an hour. So I waited and I pulled into the parking lot, and my cable didn't broke. The little ball and they pop on. It's a ball joint, and they pop on. It's like a hip bone. Anyways, they're common linkage things where, anyways, it just popped off, and I just must have been, because I had been flooring the car. You got to drive my car like you stole it. And so then it's buried. My fingers can't reach it, and I found something in my trunk, like a coat hanger, but I couldn't. I moved it over, but I needed to lift it up. So then I got a stick from this, pushed this side and this side. I lifted up, and then the stick pushed it on and went click. So I was able to be back on the road. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even make it up the hill. I'm already going to get towed home. Hey, Brendan. Ketamine. Oh, good for you, man. Oh. It's only 95 degrees, and I'm already like, I gotta spend this week getting my insulation installed. I also need to buy another battery. Maybe I'll buy 2 batteries at once. Botswani double IPA. 8.4. Yeah. Voodoo Ranger's nearly twice as expensive. Hmm. Well, I definitely accomplished something with the Mercedes. It's back on the road. It's not overheating. I am driving it with we're 3 beers in. We're only 2 beers. I only got 2 beers in my body, and we got 1 in the cup. Those guys fucked up my car. And my ABS light's on. And that means either the wire got cut or there's metal shavings happening where the sensor is and it's throwing off the sensor. But there's some damage. There's probably some damage going on. I gotta take the whole fucking caliper off. I gotta pull the rear discs. It's kind of upsetting. Life in the fast lane, Wayne. At least I can fix it. I made some well, I had some steaks last night. I had these steaks actually. Let's see what they call this. Cube steak family pack. Beef cube steak. It's where they slice it. So it's kind of tough meat, but when they slice it, it's easier to eat. So I cooked it up with butter, salt, pepper, garlic. A lot of garlic. I got a huge thing of garlic powder. So I put in a half stick of butter, 5 tablespoons of garlic powder, water, salt, pepper, some dried onions. Got it all wet, got it all hot. Started cooking the steaks in the butter, pulled out the steaks. Then I put in some potatoes, more water. I cooked the potatoes, steamed the potatoes, and I pulled out the potatoes, added more water, and then I put in about a cup of sour cream. And I kind of, it wasn't like I deglazed it, but I mixed a little bit more water, and I didn't bring it to a boil, but I was able to get all the juices and all the flavors into the sour cream, like I don't know what you call it, a sauce. And then I poured that over the steak and the potatoes. It was really delicious. Hey, Noah. Well, you know, I might be able to influence elections. Will I be elected? If you don't try, it's not possible. But Jessica and I have noticed that a lot of my campaign things are being adopted. A lot of things I talk about, which are exclusive because they're wacky, are being adopted. So maybe they're listening to me. They're like, you're never going to be president, Wayne, but we love your ideas. So it's still leadership. At the end of the day, a politician should want to be a leader. I think most politicians in general are, well, they want to make a change, but then eventually they get greedy and they just do it for the money. And then they sell out to somebody. I'm getting some good reception on my theory of the pyramids, that the electricity is used for making oxygen and hydrogen, and the hydrogen is being used to vibrate the pyramid to make more electricity, to make more oxygen in a mostly endless cycle. for terraforming the earth. Hey Laura, welcome. So I've been eating about one of these a month, and I've been having a lot of Greek salads, which are really delicious. All that olive oil lubricates your intestines so you have smooth poops. Thanks, Noah. Kanye West. Well, I think he's just trolling people. I don't like what he's doing. I just think it's disrespectful. He's greedy. Like, so the Jews put him in power, but then he wants to take the people out of power who put him in power. He's power hungry, but he's not respectful for the other people who have earned their right at the table. He was invited to the table. A guy like him is never at the table. He's always been a guest. I gotta go get the power cord out of the car for the phone. I'll be right back. Got the power cord. Alright, plugging this in. Yeah, some women like beers. I had a nice date last night. This woman I've been talking to 2 months. But my life is too much drama for her, for now. She's probably filthy rich. Got a house in Pacific Palisades and a house in Palm Springs. Single, no children. 60. I think she's 65. Something like that. Oh, Charles. Hey, yeah, Charles. Basically, the reason I don't want you to contact me on DM is those are conversations we can have with the public, and then other public people can engage with us and have more fun. But when we have conversations in private, we don't get to share. So use DM for things that you would not, controversial subjects or private things. DMs are for private information, and then the other stuff is, mostly public. I only DM with 3 or 4 people, so I don't know. I'm easily distracted. I would just rather we can easily have the conversation in DM or in public, and I'd rather it be in public because I get more out of it. So it's all about me. I know that sounds silly, but as a underdog politician, I'm fighting against an entrenched bureaucracy and lots of private interest who are protecting billions and billions of dollars because they are in the business of fucking you. They're in the business of taking away your bright future. That's really what they're doing. BlackRock's slogan isn't like affordable solutions to help people and families have better lives. They're like how to squeeze the goyim for every penny. You know, the stock market's kind of evil. And it's also like a rigged casino. I'm not sure what year the stock market was invented. It might be the Dutch with the tulips. The whatever that was, like the 1600s, the 17th century. The Dutch East India Company kind of changed the world. Oh, all right, Charles, let me go look at the LS 500. First impressions, here we go. Oh yeah, I remember that car. Oh, well the front looks like the two-door. Yeah, well the two-door version's worth 500,000. Does it have the V? Oh, it's a V6, not a V10. 29 highway? What? That's amazing. 10-speed transmission. Rolls-Royce is moving to USA. It's probably a smart move because Europe's going to be clobbered by Russia with their hypersonic missiles. Mr. Wizard, you drove the V10 Lexus, that exotic one. Okay, let's talk about shoes. We're going to have a discussion about shoes and cars and how they're similar. And I don't mean transportation. If you buy some $100 Nikes, they're often made in the same factory that makes $10 shoes. And it probably takes the same amount of minutes to make a $100 shoe as it does a $10 shoe. So the same factory that can make a $300,000 V10 zippy car also makes economy cars. I really want to encourage, like I tweeted today, every automotive, including trucks, car maker should come up with a speedster, which is a car with no windshield. Maybe even no doors. Lightweight, fast. What if you could buy a Ford 150, no windshield, extra? That'd be awesome. You're wearing some goggles, maybe a face mask. They've turned cars into profit centers, and people don't know how to work on their car, but you need transportation to get to the job or else your family comes apart. So they're fucking people. The car is a new way to fuck people out of their wealth. Well, the Crocs, I like the Crocs. I got some imitation Crocs. I'm wearing them right now. I got some shark Crocs. Jaws. They were on discount because nobody wanted them. Discovery Channel, Shark Week. Megalodon, yeah. Hey, Laura. Yeah, the Crocs, I think the Crocs are like, it's pretty genius, right? It's a little bit of plastic and a mold, and you got a shoe. They're like the Dutch shoe, whatever that's called. I'm not sure what's wrong with my feet other than I need to shower more. But I wear my socks straight for like 2 or 3 days. And then some nasty shit happens between my toes. So I'm like, I basically got to wash my feet every day. I got to start doing that. But if I don't, and they're in socks, it's ugly. Fucking disgusting. I can't believe I turned into a mountain man. Like, living off grid is... I'm a hybrid. I'm like a digital mountain man. There used to be a TV show called Grizzly Adams. Well, I'm Grizzly Adams with no bear and internet. And I'm bald. At least Grizzly Adams had hair. Grizzly Adams looked like a guy who was kicked out of Van Halen. Or something. He's the meme, he's like... Something like that. Let me find a picture of Grizzly Adams. He also, yeah, he kind of looks like I want to say the Doobie Brothers. Holy shit, I just got a good idea. How about Grizzly Adams? Transgender. A guy who goes to live in the forest. He's straight. But when he lives in the forest by himself, he loses his mind and he gets his mind and he becomes transgender. So instead of Grizzly Adams, it's Grizzly Amanda. Second season. First season is the transition. And then the second season is Grizzly Amanda. And he finds some kind of mushroom in the bush, and it gives him all the hormones to turn into a woman. Yeah, Grizzly Amandas. And then a parallel show where a woman, a lesbian, she is tired of society and broken relationships with other bulldykes, and she decides to see if she has the skills and the strength to live in the wilderness like a man. She fixes cars and motorcycles. She's got a degree in basket weaving, and she bundles up her moxie and she moves to the forest. The true forest is in Guerneville, 2 miles from Safeway. But anyways, just disregard that. They never mention it. And then lesbian Grizzly Adams, in her second season, she stumbles upon a natural source of testosterone, and she's taken more than is safely allowed. And she's growing a beard, and she starts growing a cock. Lesbo forest stories. I love beer. You can only think of this stuff when you're drunk. How about World War I, the untold gay stories? Love in the trenches. You got to know there's some gay guys in World War I in those muddy trenches in France. They're like, hey, Stefan. What's up, Frank? Well, now that there's a lull in the shelling, I was thinking maybe you could give me a blowjob. Isn't it my term for a blowjob? Brookie says if you hit the testosterone as a female, you sprout a nice size wang. Maybe. How about, okay, when I was younger in the 70s, there was a show called The Dating Game. And what if the dating game had 3 men and then the woman was transgender? Hey, Morris, no installation's been installed yet, man. Nothing. I took it off the truck. UK did that in 2000. That's awesome. Okay, there's the TV show Reno 911, which is a police comedy. Lots of gay jokes and homosexuals and stuff. It's absolutely a riot. Instead of cops, gay cops. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Gay cops is filmed on location. All people are innocent until proven guilty or sexy. Ooh, some buddies. Tom Hanks. Whoa, that was a little telling, wasn't it? Hey, Tom Hanks. Thanks for coming for this interview. We're thinking about a new pilot called Boo Some Buddies. A couple cross-dressers living in an apartment together. You up for a little cross-dressing? Well, to be honest, I had to suck a few dicks to get this interview, so why not? Let's do it. Like, what if we really know? What if we knew the hidden history of the casting couch? What those people? What did all of those Hollywood people have to do to get there? Apparently, most rappers have been sucking some cocks to get some record labels on the P. Diddy train. Justin Bieber has a song. I went to a Diddy party. Let me pull it up. He says, I went to a Diddy party and he like lost his soul. And I wanted a Ferrari, something like that. What is the Justin Bieber song? I went to a Diddy party and basically my phone just overheated at 95 degrees. I had to take out my case. So here's my case. Part 1. Oh, that's okay. Massad's got a job. I don't want to take away Massad's employment. Basically, the case was preventing it from cooling down. I might not be able to use my case all summer long. Hey Siri, pull up my hotspot. Hold on a sec. So yeah. So this is my otter case. And then it sandwiches. And it's probably good if you drop it. I haven't dropped it yet. And this is a rubber thing that it goes inside. And obviously it's not going to be good for cooling. Why is Mossad at? I mean, like, can't Mossad do something else? I think it would be more fun for Mossad to disrupt my campaign when I got some traction. But just sabotaging me from the beginning? That's not fair. Well, it's 96 degrees in here. And I'm charging and I'm live streaming. Yeah. Well, I'm not trying to fight Mossad. Mossad wins. I mean, they got billions of dollars. And they're just fighting a poor guy. That's who they are. My strength, my intellect is too much. They have to spend money keeping the smart guy down. Here we are. Khazarian Queen. They try to pretend like this is just some of the IDF, but it's actually all the IDF right here. This is your average IDFer. I bet they made a counter offer on that house. What house, Pat? Woman jailed for recording hundreds of men using toilet in Aldi. Well, if you're taking a poop at Aldi, be careful. Oh, I really don't care. But you know what, Pat? I gotta say, you touched on something right now. It's like you're reading my mind. Because today, when I drove home, and I didn't speak these words to life, I thought them to myself. I thought, what if I call her and is that home still available? I really thought that today. And that's the first time since that time I thought of it. Like, how did you, like, you and I have some telepathy going on. Pretty awesome. That's a true story. I told Jessica the other night, it would have been good if it worked out. I mean, if I bought it, I would have been cash poor, but it would have worked out. Whoa, look at this beautiful home. Hold on a second here. Wow, look at that. Some home in the Hollywood Hills. Well, the road is right up here, and they bought some hillside property. That cost a lot of money. It's on pillars. And a tennis court. Wow. That's like Brentwood. Totally right. Hollywood's disgusting. You've got nothing but backstabbers and ladder climbers. They're all trying to get to the top of the ladder to kiss the ass of rich people. Even if you make it to the top, you're at a precarious position. That's Cal Worthington's old place? Are you serious? Cal Worthington Dodge. He used to do a lot of commercials on TV. Whoa, JFK was homosexual? Mm-hmm. Then how did he have his babies? Maybe he's just taking a dance lesson. Not everything's gay, guys. Come on. Can't a couple guys just pretend to be in love for the camera? Just kidding. He was in the Navy. So I met this woman, and she's got this house in Pacific Palisades, and she is an anti-vaxxer. She's in the medical industry. She didn't get vaccinated, and we talked about how it's kind of a deal breaker. She's like, I just avoid it. I'm like, I lead. I can't date anybody who's been vaccinated, and I think she even told me she had 30 days worth of food. I think I'm going to tell her, I'm like, why don't you and I become a couple, sell your homes, and we buy some property outside of America and leave this place, or get a sailboat. You know, there's some women who want a stud, not some guy who is just knows how to make frozen pizzas in the microwave. The Adventures of the Guy Who Just Started Paying Attention. This is really good right here. Yeah, we got to come up with a term. If you've been red pilled for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Like Alex Jones, he's pretty much red pilled 30 years. Well, I'm sorry if this broadcast is not as exciting as normal. I could bore you all with the pyramids if you want. I'm starting to think the pyramids were made by the Anunnaki for terraforming. Like, I know the dinosaurs were here and they must have had oxygen, even double oxygen, but maybe that oxygen source got lost somehow. And the Egyptians needed to terraform the earth. Maybe they were trying to increase the earth's oxygen supply. Maybe if there's twice as much oxygen, we're twice as productive. My steaks aren't thawed out yet. Woo! That feels good. Man. Freeze by 311. I'm out of things to talk about, so let me thank everybody for tuning in. Pat Paulson, Charles Smith, was Crimby here, Laura Adams, Mr. Wizard, Mr. Morse, Raisin, thanks for the $4, Charles, that's nice of you. Noah Allen, Brandon. All right, friends. Yeah, I think I'll make a big ass Greek salad. I got cucumbers, and I'll try to do some investigative posting. See you later. Maybe tonight. If not, tomorrow. Bye.